Guys, are two very different motos for you. First moto, good start, control things at the front. Second moto, completely different, not such a good start, but the end result was the same. So overall, I'm sure you're pleased to go 1-1. Very important for the championship.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, today definitely the goal was trying to be in front. You know, I really, I mean, like the track was sketchy, small. You know, it was not easy to ride on it, especially with the 450. But actually, I gelled with the track quite nicely. And yeah, first moto, I think I had a solid start. I was third, and then make a quick process in the beginning, and then yeah, make a comfortable lead and gap and control the race. Second one, the start was not the best. I got kind of like pushed wide, and then yeah, I found some nice lines, good flow on the track, and yeah, I was managed to pick the riders in front of me to pass them, and I was in the lead, and then again I make a little gap and control the race. So it was quite nice, you know, good feeling to finally, after yeah, long time going 1-1, you know. I won the GPs this year, but like it was always with 1-2, 1-3, something like that. Never really a perfect day, let's say. And yeah, I'm really happy to do it here, you know. And it's also, let's say, a crucial moment of the championship, you know. Like it was really important to get a good races, to get a good rides, to give me confidence, you know, like for the last 3 GPs. So yeah, all looking good.
And how did the track change from Saturday to Sunday? Obviously Saturday a lot of deep ruts, but it was dry. Sunday sort of started wet, got a bit drier, and again a lot of deep ruts. Was it more hard packed today? It looked pretty. It looked like you need to be really smart on the throttle and have good throttle control.
Actually, I think the rain overnight was actually good for the track. You know, the track became more deeper, more tackier. Way more lines. I mean, like even yesterday we had a lot of lines, but it was a bit more harder. But today, you know, the ground was super, let's say, tacky, grippy, and you could create the lines yourself as well. So yeah, it was good. I would say I definitely prefer the track today than yesterday, but on the end was not such a big difference, you know. It was rough.
And coming into this weekend, obviously you still had the red plate, but it kind of felt like the momentum was with Prado because he'd got quite a good few GP wins under his belt. Did you feel like that? And I think you needed this 1-1 to extend your points lead, so that's positive.
I mean, like I've felt good, you know. I mean, I know that coming to Lommel and Arnhem, I mean, I did a lot of riding in the sand and testing. Arnhem was better, but Lommel I was really struggling. So I know that it's gonna be difficult to ride with the guys, you know, like Jeffrey and Jorge. But anyway, I give my best, you know. And I think in Arnhem we were really close. We were not that far like in Lommel. But yeah, I know that, you know, on the hard day I can ride the same pace, or I mean, if I feel good, I know that I can be the fastest one out there. And yeah, definitely, yeah, that kind of wins, you know, gives you confidence for the future.
And just on the 2025 Honda, from the start of the season, the bikes looked amazing. Have you made many changes, or have you just kept the same? And if you've made changes, what kind of things have you changed? Because the bike, like I said, looks so good from round 1.
Yeah, I mean, like, first time I sit on the bike, you know, I felt really good, but if I'm completely honest, we changed so many things, you know, like from race to race, you know, just trying to get more comfortable, because you know, with us 3, let's say, the pace is so high, and you know, the little things can make a big difference on the end. So we are constantly testing, you know, trying something different, you know, to see if it's better, or then if it's not better, we came back and try something else, you know. So I mean, definitely always looking for improvement.
And just what's it like being in such an intense championship battle? I mean, a mistake now, a costly mistake now, which means you finish 15th or whatever, would be detrimental. What's that like? Is that something you even think about?
I mean, it's really intense, yeah. I mean, you know that you have to push, you have to go for the win every time, but at the same time you have to be smart and not make a mistake, you know. So definitely it's not easy for all of us, you know, all 3 of us. I would say these kind of battles, you know, in the championship, especially closer we are coming to the end, you know, when the gap is not that big, you know, it's not easy especially for mental, you know. I think we are all fit, we are all in great shape, but mentally you have to be really strong.
And Jackie Vimond is exclusive to HRC Honda this year. How closely do you work with him, and is he... I think you only started working with him this year, is that right? What's it like working with him?
Let's say a couple of rounds into the season. It's nice to have Jackie, you know, like he have a lot of experience. He's been in motocross for a long time, you know. Yeah, it's nice to have him around the track, you know, to see some nice line, you know, smooth line, and to give me some advices. So yeah, really happy.
And the Motocross the Nations, have you got it confirmed yet that Slovenia are going to be going? And obviously, if so, you'll be there. Is that an event you're looking forward to?
It's not official yet, but like, yeah, I think we're gonna go. I mean, I don't want to miss our Nations in Matterley-Basin. You know, it's one, let's say not one, but my favorite track, and I'm really looking forward. You know, that's a proper motocross track, and I think the event, you know, MX On is something special, especially after the season is done. You know, let's say a bit more relaxed, but obviously we want to do well as well, so for the country. And
just on Slovenia, I'm not sure if you follow the Tour de France, but Pogačar, what an animal he is. He absolutely smoked everyone this year. For Slovenia, that's really good. Do you know Pogačar at all, or?
Yeah, I mean, like we met many times, you know, on kind of like galas, you know, that Slovenia government or things like that, ceremonies, you know. He's an amazing guy, and I think he's so successful because he's so simple, you know. And I think that's a way to success, you know. I mean, we all are simple guys. On the end, you have to stay the same. You know, before you win something, and even after, you have to stay the same. And I think that's the right thing to do. And yeah, he's a great guy.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time. Much appreciated. I would say that past few GPs haven't really gone to plan for you, so that first moto especially was amazing. It must have felt good to ride like the way you did and make a lot of passes as well.
Yeah, last 5 rounds it just pretty much messed up my podium chances by just some little small tip overs. But yeah, today even with a tip over in the second one and the first one, still managed to get on the box, which was really nice.
And just on the track, well, it looked like you needed very good throttle control. I noticed you were standing up quite a lot too, just like your dad. Did you enjoy the track?
I enjoyed it a lot, actually. I mean, a lot of people say it's a simple track, which it is, but I think the rain really slowed the track down a lot, very deep ruts, and for me that plays in my favour a lot. But I don't think this is really GP worthy track if you watch the National this weekend in the US.
Do you think they could do anything to improve it, to make it better, or do you just think they should maybe go somewhere else in Switzerland?
I don't know, it's not my part to fill in.
And just on your season, I mean, when you first came back in Spain you were really good. Last few GPs, maybe a dip. What would you put that down to, or do you just think it's been a few silly mistakes here or there?
Yeah, just silly mistakes, like focus, and yeah, we're just trying to find a way to make it work again. I think today was the right step for it.
And just on the level of MX2 this year, it seems very intense, and it seems like no matter the track, you need to get out of that gate, because the rockets at the front, whoever it is, whether it's you, Kai,
yeah,
Lucas.
I mean, like today, you can make a lot of difference on a ruddy track. Yeah, like I spun up on the gate twice, and yeah, start is so important. Like level is very high. You can see also with the crashes that happened again with Kai and Lucas. It's really high.
And I'm sure you're glad to be on the podium, but you're probably here to win. So
yeah, but I mean, I'm already happy I got back in the podium. So this is a step forward. Yeah. Of course, I know I let a GP win slide away here, but the way I get on the podium is a very big positive for me.
And Belgium announced their Motocross the Nations team, a very young team with you, Lucas and Sasha. First of all, is that an event you're looking forward to represent Belgium again?
Yes, always actually. I really enjoy doing that event. Don't know which bike I'll be doing it on, but yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
I think you had done a 350 last year, isn't that right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it a case of you'll try both the 350 and the 450 before it and then make a final decision, or? Well,
yeah, we're going to do some testing and get ready and see what's the best choice.
What are your plans now in Turkey? I'm sure you're glad with a weekend off, 3 in a row. It's very demanding. So what are your plans between now and Turkey?
Actually, I got some testing on for Nations, so.
Okay, within the next 2 weeks.
Which is nice. I mean, you're coming into a stage of the season which obviously I'm not in the championship battle. I'm maybe in for third, but quite a way ahead of fifth, so you can play around a bit. So I think it's a good time to try the 450, try the 350, and get a feel for nations, which is a fun thing to do.
And Joe Rowlands is the team manager. Is this his first year, or was he manager last year? I think this is his first year. Yeah, what's it been like him as team manager?
I didn't went riding earlier this week, but I went to his home and he has some trails in the woods, so we enjoyed ourselves there.
Yeah, and what's the communication been like with him?
Oh,
as
very
team
good
manager?
actually. Yeah. I like working with him a lot. I think he's a good team manager and knows what he's doing.
And obviously when you were on the 85 at Suzuki, you and Jet were good friends. Do you still keep in touch with him?
Yeah, now and then we speak. Obviously his career went like this, you know. But he's still, in my opinion, is the same. Still dumbass like he was before.
Still eating donuts.
But yeah, super nice guy.
And you must be looking forward to racing him at Malady Basin and seeing him again.
Always nice to see them, you know. Also Hunter. That's cool.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time.
Have a good one.
Home GP. First of all, what was it like just racing in front of those fans? You obviously don't get to do it that much, just once a year. A lot like Dutch guys race, Dutch and Belgian guys get to race in their home country quite a lot, so it must be quite nice for you to race in front of them for a change.
Yes, I mean, especially the Swiss fans are super crazy. Like you could see today, even the weather wasn't wow, they came out and gave their best, you know, and so did I. I mean, fourth overall. But yeah, it's amazing, and I hope I can race in front of my fans for many more years, and I mean, give them a podium in MXGP or even a win, you know. So yeah, it's something special. Like in the sighting lap in the first moto today, I was like, wow, like, yeah, that's cool.
And just on your races, I mean, I would say Geyser and Hurling's maybe a level ahead today, but I feel like you had the speed maybe for Prado and for third overall. Just a bad start, I think, in the second moto probably cost you the podium this weekend. Would you agree with that?
Yes and no. Yeah, I mean, it was such a tough situation with the start. Like they built it very sketchy, you know, like off camber, like a kind of funnel kind of thing. But yeah, I think if my second start would have been better, might, yeah, could be a podium because my speed wasn't too bad. But anyways, I mean, the guys who go for the championship at the moment, they are on a high level, which is normal. I mean, either of them can get it. I think it's more between Prado and Geyser now, but still. But yeah, I think for what I did this year, this was one of my better performances, and so I'm happy with that, even though a little bit was missing, you know.
Yeah, and this season, like you said, this was a positive GP for you. I would say it's probably been a bit up and down. Hardpack's been pretty good, but mainly sand, I think. What would you put that down to? Or is it a combination of things?
Well, it's like, I mean, I changed the team, and in the winter we felt the issue straight away, and we tried to set it up, and it needs time. That's normal. I mean, I've been on a motorbike bike for a long time, but still, some ways, some things just doesn't go my way, and I don't feel comfortable as I did before, and I'm just, yeah, losing time in some sectors of the track. In the sand, it's a bit worse, even though last weekend, I mean, I had 2 solid sixths, which was not too bad. I wasn't that far off, but still, like, yeah, there I struggle more, but it's clearly just rider-bike combination doesn't really match as it should. But yeah, we keep working, we still have 3 to go, we don't give up, and then we look forward for the future.
And just on the track, to be honest, I think the rain overnight probably helped the track. It made it a little bit longer, if anything else, because obviously when it's dry, you guys are doing less than 140s usually.
Yeah,
what's your thoughts on that as a track? Is it GP standard or?
Honestly, yeah, it is a small track, short lap time, but I think we have other tracks below 140. I mean, we went to Assen, we went below 130 even. I mean, that was super short, you know. But yeah, it's my dog. Just keep him under control, but he's fine as long as he doesn't go screaming. I think for that, the track is super technical, so I think the standards are more than good enough. I mean, so ruddy, tough. I mean, these kind of conditions are quite difficult, and that's in the MXGP calendar. Like we have like sand, like Lomo, we have so many different things, and you know, which is cool. The only, I mean, what I wanted to say, yeah, I mean, we are in Switzerland, you know, I see the nice things, everything is fine here, medical, all that stuff is super good here. What he's doing?
No, he's alright, I'm keeping an eye on him.
for me, this is 10 times better than going to Indonesia, for example. I mean, that's a super sketchy place, you know. There, I'm like, So this, whatever you say about the track, I think it's still a really nice event, and we need it for the sport. I mean, if you see the fans out here today, I mean, we need that.
And just on today, especially, it looked like you had to be very smooth, and throttle control was paramount out there. It looked very tricky and difficult to ride, and you needed to stay focused. Yeah,
it was a mix between like very slick areas and a lot of traction, and yeah, throttle control, smooth, you couldn't be aggressive. It fits my style usually, you know. I'm quick on that sort of stuff, and I was good this weekend, just not good enough for the podium, you know, but still. And
Switzerland have almost confirmed their team. I mean, from the 5 riders, you don't need to be a genius to work out. You and Valentin are pretty much nailed on. Are you looking forward to the Motocross of the Nations and representing your country again at Matterhorn Basin, a track that everyone loves?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we have 3 GPs to go, that's first, but I'm looking forward to that. It's been a long season for everybody who's going to show up there, you know, except the guys coming back from an injury, but I'm looking forward to it. This year the spirit seems to be good in the Nations team of Switzerland. Yeah, me and Valentin will be in 3rd rider, let's see. It's good that they take some time, because if you take a decision now, maybe it's the wrong one, you know, so yeah, I'm excited for that.
And just on next year, you're obviously not going to tell me what your plans are, but is it unlikely that you're going to be staying Kawasaki? What can you tell me on that?
Yeah, I can tell that I probably won't stay, you know. I mean, it's a shame. It's a great team. I mean, like, organization and everything around. Yeah, it's a very professional team, you know. But yeah, I'm just not matching yet or with the bike. I mean, I still hope it's gonna come in the last 3 rounds. But yeah, I will definitely look for something new. Sorry. Ciao. We keep in touch. So yeah, just to bring the magic of Jeremy Seever back to the track, which we saw probably in 20 laps all the year this year. So that's what I'm working for, you know.
And even though you're going to be leaving Kawasaki, it seems like everyone's leaving in good terms, so that's a good thing, you know.
Yeah, well, we don't leave in a fight. I mean, I'm not gonna blow a bomb, you know. I mean, last year with Yamaha, it was a bit tricky situation, and still I don't regret anything. I mean, I'm a man of my word, and last year what I did, I had to do it just out of respect for myself, you know, the way how it went with contracts and all that office stuff. But yeah, you know, it's a big year of learning. I try to take the positive, learn from the negatives, and keep going. And I think the next project is gonna be very interesting.
Always a very refreshing and honest interview, so thank you very much, Jeremy, and good luck for the future.
Thanks.
Felder, whoa, I mean, that second moto, is that up there with the best, maybe the best moto of your career? Has to be up there, surely. It was domination.
Yeah, I was feeling good in that second moto. Also in Lommel, I would say I did more or less the same thing, but even from more far back. But yeah, this time on hardback, so yeah, I was feeling good this moto, and bike was feeling good. Yeah. I enjoyed the track. It was quite technical, but that's exactly what I like.
It must have felt amazing to come so far back, and I mean, you were by far the quickest. It's just a shame in the first moto. I think you and Liam were probably a similar pace, but he was a little bit more decisive with the passing. Do you think that maybe let you down to win the overall?
Yeah, in the second race, almost in the end, I could pass Benistan, but yeah, I got hold up by a few lappers, so it was really good. But yeah, I was happy with the weekend. Still not the overall win, but yeah, we keep going.
You're certainly getting closer to winning. It's actually quite hard to believe. I don't think you've won a GP this year. It's hard to believe, because coming into the season you were a lot of people's favourites. But how do you assess this season? Obviously you started okay, then got the injury, and now you're sort of getting back in the right direction.
Yeah, we got some problems with the injury and this and that, so it was difficult. But yeah, we came back fast, we came back good, and I think it's still a good season for me.
And just on the collarbone injury, I mean, how tough was that? Obviously, I think you were racing 6 days after you broke it. How did that affect things? It's obviously not easy to do that, but it shows how determined you are.
Yeah, the doctor said I could go, so I went. I was feeling ready for it, otherwise we wouldn't do it, so I was happy to ride there with the collarbone.
And like we touched on, you've won plenty of GPs in your career, but you haven't won a GP yet this season. Do you miss winning?
Yeah, for sure. It's always nice to be on the first step of the podium. But yeah, you need to believe in the progress step by step.
And just on the level, especially of the Husky guys this year, Lucas and Kai, they've been very, very fast. What do you think you need to do to close the gap? Obviously, this weekend was a step in the right direction for sure.
Yeah, they're really aggressive and really, let's say, they move a lot on the bike. So I think I just need to get better. Just continue doing my thing, continue to go build step by step, and I think then I will get there.
And coming into this season, I mean, what were your expectations? Was it to win the title, and did you feel that there was maybe a little bit of pressure, or did you not come into the season thinking like that?
No, I was coming in the season just trying to do my best, like always. I think if you think about the title too much, it's not really helping you. It's right at disadvantage. So yeah, I was just coming in, trying my best every race. I didn't have all the races good, but I think I had many podiums, and I would still say it's a good season.
And what's the plan now between now and the next GP? I think you have a weekend off, so you're probably looking forward to a weekend off because it's been 3 in a row. It's quite tricky.
Yeah, now we go back to Rome. We enjoy a little bit the summer, the sea. So yeah, happy to go back to Italy now and enjoy a bit nice weather.
How do you find being in Italy? Obviously you're German, but you're living in Italy with the team. How is all that? Do you enjoy being in Italy, and maybe you miss Germany a little bit?
Yeah, it's for sure different when you live in another country, but I would think it's nice to be in Italy. It's a bit of a family. I have also my girlfriend there, so yeah, I'm not alone.
And obviously next year the Carly are going to be on KTMs. Can you just confirm you're going to be one of those riders, or is it still up in the air?
Yeah, I have my contract.
So you're going to be with the Carly KTM?
Yes.
Are you looking forward to going? Probably doesn't change that much, but being back on a KTM?
For me, I was last on the KTM 2019 and 125. I think yeah, it's not too big of a difference between GasGas and KTM, but for sure there is a difference. Yeah, another color. So yeah, also will be exciting to have a change.
And German Motocross the Nations, what a team! You, Kenny, and Max Nagel. What a guy he is. You must be really looking forward to line up at Mallory Basin, one of your favourite tracks. You've won there in the past. What are the expectations for Team Germany?
I think yeah, we didn't really speak all together yet, but I think we're a good team. The Nations is such a tough race because so much can happen. You have 6 races, 3 riders, so much can happen. You never know. You always have a few expectations, and many people expect you to do something good. But it's always difficult to ride with a 260 against the 450s. But I think it will for sure be a nice challenge.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time, Simo. McCulloch here in Switzerland. In terms of conditions, completely different from Saturday to Sunday, but actually you kind of had a similar race in both in terms of bad starts, but in both races you were able to work your way through the pack, and especially yesterday it was quite hard to pass, I would say, but you and Dunson yesterday really probably passed the most riders on the track.
Yeah, yesterday 2 different races completely, both bad starts, but yesterday came around the first corner probably about 30th, and just the first few laps you couldn't really do the bike first laps you usually do, maybe pass 5-6 boys 3 laps in a row, but yesterday just 10 minutes to go, it started really taking me and Ernecker were always maybe 2 positions, and he'd pass 2 and then I'd have to pass, and then we both come together, and then it ended up 9th, pretty good, just solid. Without if you look into the race, it's a very good race without starts and passing, but on paper it's just solid. And then this morning, kind of same start, but this morning was chaos more. And then first lap crashed, was about the last round of the checker flag, and then just kept going and crashed 2 more times. But still finished 7th for 3 crashes is pretty good, I'd say, but the track today was just survival, to be honest.
And I would say last year this is probably your worst track, I would say. I mean, last year you weren't that great here, but it shows how much you've developed in the space probably less than a year.
Yeah,
so you must be happy with that, but obviously you've got better equipment, but you still have to put the work in to improve in these conditions.
Yeah, starting to go well in the hardpack now. I think the bike, not just fast wise, just the handling wise. When I first got on it in hardpack over in Italy last year, it was like I could never even turn a KTM like this, so yeah, the bike's a big difference, and I'm getting more used to the hard pack now.
And how did you feel yesterday out in the track? There was loads and loads of ruts. It was quite hard pack as well, or was it all just ruts?
Started off pretty nice and gloomy, and then they watered it, took all the soil off it, and then it got really ruddy, hard, baked, glue grooving bits. Complete opposite of what I've been used to my whole life, but no, the 30 degrees out yesterday for 30 minutes. It was a very good race. I felt rode very strong, and yeah, it just felt really good.
And the last couple of rounds, bar that last moto today, which was just survival, you've sort of worked out how to stay on. Is that was something that was on your mind? Because at the start of the season, obviously starts were still an issue, but you were kind of pushing hard the whole race. Did you sort of realise?
Yeah.
Once you maybe hit halfway to calm down a little bit just to get results more than anything?
The first few laps, usually I'm just balls out kind of, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. When it works, it does work, but it's very rare. So now, still put in a big push the first 2 or 3 laps to get maybe inside the top 15, and then I calm down a bit and just keep ticking the boys off, and then the last 5 minutes I try to hammer down a bit more just to get up more.
That shows you're getting more mature though, and this is obviously I think your third year racing in Europe, and even growing up a lot you didn't really race that much, so is it nice to be racing in week in week out in the GP paddock and travelling all around Europe? Are you enjoying it?
The travelling's just sitting in a van, feel like people would say you're living the dream, but not too much, but no, I felt good.
And last question, just on Team Ireland, thank goodness you got the nod, as we can see what you're doing every week in the GP paddock. How does it feel to get the nod, and you must be excited to go and represent Ireland at Matterley Basin?
Yeah, it feels good. Maybe last time the Nations was at Matterley was about 8, and I was standing beside Martin Barr, and now I'm going to be at the Nations riding with him, so no, it feels very good.
And obviously between now and Spain you've got a bit of a gap. Is the plan to get on a 250 and start preparing for the Nations?
Yeah, probably get a 250 back home, maybe there's track and sparing back home, good practice for Matterley, and yeah, just get 250F and see what I got.
And in terms of equipment, what you'll be on Matterley, do you know yet what you'll be riding? Or they said a factory Fantic on the press release, but I don't know if that was jumping the gun or not, but that would be amazing if you could get that bike.
I think I might get a bike from Brasseras or Karsmakers, hopefully anyway, because factory bikes is another a lot of help against top bus.
And in terms of next year yet, do you know, obviously there's probably 2 options, EMX 125, EMX 250. Have you got any preference? It'll probably prefer on what kind of ride you can get in the EMX 125?
Yeah, just whatever seems best at the time, I'll see what it's like.
Perfect, thanks very much for your time, Cole, and all the best. Yeah, Valerio Latta, overall, I'm sure you would have wanted to go 1-1, it would have been the perfect weekend, but still overall good points for the championship, and you still rode well, and you still won the EMX round, so still a positive weekend?
Yeah, no perfect weekend, and yesterday good start, and I think the shot, and for the whole race, every lap first, and I won the race. Tonight so much rain, and today the track is so wet, so difficult. But I started again first, and I pushed hard for 2-3 laps, and I take a little gap from Valin, but after with another rider, blue flag, the track is so difficult, and Valin passed me, and yeah, I finished second. It's important for the championship. Now I have 11 points from the first in the championship, and yeah, two races, Athens and Spain, so I am very excited for this race, and yeah, looking forward.
And just on the second moto, just how difficult was that track to ride, and so many back markers as well. It sort of wasn't a race. It was kind of just trying to get past the back markers safely more than anything.
Yeah, but I have a good ride in the race too. But the track is big ruts, so I'm stopping the ruts 50 times in 1 lap, and but in so close. And yeah, I think second, but I'm happy for the weekend.
And just on the championship, is it fun? Is it exciting? I mean, you've got Valen, and you've still got Volk in the championship fight. Is it exciting to be part of such a close battle?
Yeah, but I'm happy. I'm the 3 rider more fast for the championship, and now I think Valk is 9 points from me, so he's the 3rd, and I'm second in the championship. But yeah, 3 rider very fast, yeah,
I try my best on the last race in Aachen and Spain.
And I think Turkey's next, is that right?
Yeah.
You have raced Turkey before, so that's quite good for you, because I don't think Valen has, because he's a rookie. Is that a track you like?
Yeah, Aachen. In Aachen, my first race in the MX2 World Championship, and I like so much. It's a hard track, so I like it, and yeah.
And just how's everything going with the team? Obviously the team got a little bit more support this year, being an official gas team, and Jorgen Ferberry, you're working closely with him. Just what's that like?
My team is a European team, and next year I go in the MX2 class. So yeah, now I look, I don't know, stay with Gas or another team, but yeah, I don't know.
And are you looking forward to going up to racing MX2 GPs and obviously going to the flyaways? You've raced some GPs before, but to do a full season, it'll be nice.
Yeah, but I like so much the MX2 World Championship, and I try my best for end of the season, but after restart with the preparation for new season.
And obviously you're Italian. When you were young, was Cairoli a rider you looked up to, or what other riders did you look up to when you were growing up?
Yeah, but her rider is more fast, it's very fast, and it's so difficult. But yeah, I don't know, I try my best every race, and step by step.
And Madura, that was a special day for you, getting on the podium there at home. Amazing. Can you just talk me through that weekend and what it felt like to stand on the podium?
Yeah, Madura started with my goal is top 5, top 10, but in the race 1 I finished 5, and in my mind, I don't know, podium is very good. I like so much, and in the race 2. Good start, and for heavy lap for whole race, 3rd position, and I finished 3rd the overall GP, so I'm very happy. Magnolia is my 2nd race in this year in the MX2 World Championship, so I'm very happy. One of the best days of the year, and yeah, I'm very happy.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time and good luck. Amazing weekend for you. Waking up on Friday morning, did you think by the end of this weekend you'd be winning your first EMX 125 round?
Yes, the track I like really much, and my first year in 125 win the GP is amazing for me, and thank you for the team, to the KTM, to my family, and for the sponsor.
And are you surprised? Were you surprised with your performance, especially in that second moto? I mean, you just gone at the front. You were riding a different track compared to everyone else.
Yes, start first and admin, yes, and finish first. And the track is really muddy. And I am really happy.
And obviously last year you were on an 85, this is your first year in the 125.
Yes.
When you first got on the bike, how did you feel straight away? Did it take a little bit of time to get used to the bike, or did you just love it from the first moment?
No, the bike I like really much, and I am really happy.
And you've got a good team in Restore KTM. You must have been delighted to get that opportunity with such a good team, an official KTM rider.
Yes, Restore give me a more
opportunity.
More opportunity, and thanks for all, and yeah.
And you've got a fast teammate in Guan Dunson. Do you ride much from him? Are you able to learn stuff from him, and does that help?
Yes, with Kian, we are friends, and see in little training and at the race.
And next year, what are the goals heading into next year? Championship contender now?
I think championship, and this autumn is preparing for next year.
And obviously you're an Italian. Did you look up to Antonio Caroli? Is that one of the riders you looked up to when you were small, or what riders do you look up to?
In Italian, I like Cairoli and Guadagnini, Corato, and he's the master rider.
And do you enjoy being in this paddock, racing in the same weekend as the stars you just named? It's a great opportunity.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time. Much appreciated. A really strong weekend for you in terms of the riding. It's just a real shame about what happened in the first moto with the bike stopping, because if that hadn't happened, every chance you could have had a podium this weekend. So from your side, you must be happy with the riding, and especially at a track that isn't exactly Dutch.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy that I can show my potential also on hardback tracks. I definitely enjoyed the track more than Saturday today. Today the track was a bit more techy, a bit more technical, and I like that. But yeah, it's a shame. It's still a technical sport, but it's a shame it happened. Was definitely going for the win. Could have been first, could have been second, could have been third, but yeah, definitely would have been happy with those positions. And yeah, the bike expired, and yeah, something happened. Just bad luck, and yeah, had to switch it up for the second moto, which was not easy. And yeah, made it through with the 6th position, so I'm happy with that as well.
And just before the bike did stop on you in the first moto, I'm assuming you had to slow down for a few laps. How many laps?
Yeah,
sort
it
of?
was like about 4 or 5 laps that I felt it bugging and losing power, and then it just cut on. So yeah, I was second. Liam passed me. I was already struggling, and then it stopped.
And before that, you were kind of catching the wolf. That must have felt amazing. I mean, not too many riders can say they've caught the wolf this year, so you must have been happy with the riding. Just a shame.
Yeah, I was really happy. I was believing in myself that I could win, and that made life a lot easier. And I was fighting to stay close and to see a possible attack. But yeah, before that happened, it was already over. So yeah, that's a bit bad luck.
And it's interesting you said there you believed you could win. Do you think maybe 2 or 3 years ago, maybe that was what was missing? Do you think now you believe you belong at the front?
I think already in the beginning of the season I was still missing it.
Okay.
But I'm showing myself over and over that I'm able to. So once I believe it, I will be up there even more, I think. So I will try to make that switch mentally, and I have been working on it this season, and I've been growing a lot on it. So we'll see. It's going better and better anyway. But yeah, results-wise, I need a bit of luck, and we will get there.
And I mean, what's it like being a full factory Yamaha rider? Just whenever you were racing with TBS conversions, I mean, you didn't really have much for the future after that, and you were saying you might even quit the sport. That's not that long ago, really, when you think about it, and now you're a full factory rider, living the dream, but I'm sure you want more.
Yeah, you know, I think when I was in TBS, I had already a good place with them. They were really good and nice, and they did also all they could with the means they had. So really thankful to them. But yeah, looking back, now I have everything I need, all the assists and the guidance that I need. And of course, as a rider, you always want to win, and you always want to have more than you get. But I think it's also important just to stay happy with what you're doing and enjoy the life as well, you know. So I'm just enjoying.
And even though you've been a full factory Yamaha rider for a few years now, things still changed this year because Houghton Metal took the team, but of course you were with them in EMX. Is that nice to be back with them, and also you're back working with Herjan Braca, who's got a very good relationship, and he helped you grow in EMX, and now it looks to be doing the same but in MX2 this time?
Yeah, I'm definitely happy. I'm happy I can live at home. Because the team is like 20 minutes from my home.
So before that, where were you living?
Before I was living in Belgium, close
Okay.
to the team there.
Okay.
It's about 2.5 hour drive there,
Okay.
so it's pretty far. So I'm happy to be back home. Happy to be working with these guys again. They have the same mindset as me, same way of thinking, and pretty straightforward, and I like that. So yeah, you can really see the passion these guys have in the team, and I really enjoy it.
And what was the track like there today? I mean, do you have anything like that in the Netherlands? I know you do have Lelystad. It gets ruddy and stuff, but was it anything like that? And what's your thoughts on the track when it's dry? It's not a big track. It's like high 130s. Do you think it's GP standard, or what's your thoughts?
Wednesday we went to Lelystad, training there. I think most of the GP riders were there, and Ed did a really good job in prepping it because it was quite close to how it was today. But yeah, to me it doesn't seem like MXGP. It's really small. The jumps are not big. I only touched fourth gear once after the wave section, and that's it. So it's mostly second and third. Of course, it's a track the same for everyone, and it changes up a bit of the speed, you know, because now we are driving second and third gear instead of like third and fourth. So it's a bit different technique again. It's interesting, but I definitely like the track how it was a couple of years ago when it was still on the other side.
The old one,
but yeah, it's hard for them as well because they have many rules here as well. So I would say props to them for still having the GP and making a track as well as they can. So yeah, I would say I can't complain, but it's not. I think it's not in the right position to do because they are doing a good job out there.
And Carlos Rezeles, wow, he was on fire this weekend. Do you ride much with him, and what's he like riding at the test track? Did you see this sort of result coming? Because I have to say I was very impressed with him this weekend.
Yeah, I ride with him quite often. Most of the time when we go out training, Arjan will put up some sort of fight together to help each other, let's say. Yeah, I definitely know he has the speed. It has come out already a couple of times before, and he hasn't been able to hang on to it. Of course, he's fresh into MXGP as well, but he's doing a great job. And yeah, this moto he resisted the guys from the back all moto, and he had some speed, and yeah, I'm happy for him. He's doing a good job.
And last question, next year is going to be your last year in MX2 World Championship. Is it looking likely you're going to be blue again?
We will see. Can't say.
Okay, I guess you want to stay here though?
I would like to say, yeah. We will see if I can stay, but yeah, I like my place here.
Perfect, thank you very much for your time and good luck.
Thank you.
Rio, home GP, as always, an amazing atmosphere here. Just what was it like being racing in your home country again? Because you obviously don't get to do it that much, just once a season really.
It was awesome. I had 55 people from my town who came with a bus. I'm living two hours from here, so it was great. I think there is still a lot there behind, so it was great. And they were full gas because on the sighting lap, I don't know, with the smoke, you couldn't see the track, but it was cool. They were cheering a lot, and it helped me a lot the second race. Because yeah, I touched with someone, he pushed me quite out of the track. I don't know, it's not intentional, I think, I hope. And I finished in the fan, so yeah, I was that last, came back 11, was a great ride.
And a track that you would say is pretty hard to pass on, so you must have been able to use some nice lines that maybe other riders weren't using. You must be happy with your overall result this weekend as well.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I mean, I was wishing a bit better than this as a result. But normally I make good start, and now since few races I'm struggling with the start. So I will have to work this for Turkey and China and Spain. But yeah, okay, with bad start I make some good strong comeback, and yeah, the result is good. I finish 9 overall, same points as my teammate. But yeah, for sure I was looking for a bit better, but okay. It's like this.
And the last few years, 2 or 3 years, have been really good for you after, let's say, a dip in your career. How difficult were those difficult times? And back then, did you ever think, you know, you'd be a consistent top 10 guy in MXGP again with this pretty much stock machinery? It's not easy to do that.
Yeah, it was a tough moment in my career from 2019 to 21, and then from 22 I put my head out of the water and yeah, start working again with Yves de Maria. It was a long way to come back, but finally, since last year, I can say I'm a overall, a consistent top 10 rider, and even more as an independent team. You know, Kevin is 8 in the championship, I'm 9. Front of us there is factory bike, behind us there is factory bike. So yeah, I think it's like we can be proud. And all the team can be really proud of all the job we are doing.
And just on Yves de Maria, what is it about him that helps you? There must be a click there. Just what do you think it is?
Yeah, you know, it was like the planning in general, the physical condition, riding with the bike, also his experience on the bike to set up the bike. Also, you know, we are in south of France, weather is good. Possibility of riding, we have a private track that we can ride every day. 5 minutes from the workshop, 8 minutes from where I'm living, so you know it's perfect. And then in an area of 1 hour 30 we have a lot of tracks. So yeah, that's good. Now the next step is to pass a winter in the sand to improve. It's what make me. Why I'm 9 at the championship now, it's because I struggle at the sand GP. So it's on the program to make a good winter in the sand.
And obviously, since you've been in this team, you've kind of been the #1 guy, but you've got Kevin Horgmo as a teammate now. First of all, what's it like having him as a teammate and having somebody that good as a teammate? It must keep you on your toes at the same time.
Yeah, so we had a good winter of preparation together. Kevin is 8 years younger than me, so he keeps me awake every day. He pushes me, so that's cool. And for sure, it helped him to have me, to have like someone who has speed to see where he is. So yeah, it was good. It was good. And now, yeah, he's 8 at the championship in front of me. I'm 9. It's perfect. It means that the job we did, it was good.
And I have him on Snapchat, and I can't remember exactly what GP it was, but you forgot to fill the car up with fuel. I hope something like that hasn't happened again. Is he maybe the boss now of that department?
I'm horrible for that. You know, when the light goes on with the car, I have to go on the zero. And unfortunately I ran out of fuel. But I could push my car to the parking place, so then I took my road bike. I cycled on the road to go take some fuel, came back with a can, put fuel again, and let's go to the race. So that was a good memories.
And just on the team, I mean, they've done an amazing job for you. What's the budget like this year compared to last year? Is it still the same in terms of equipment, or have they maybe got a little bit more?
No, we are all the same as last year. Okay. We just make two change. We change the brand of the tire and the brand of the exhaust. But then we start and we are riding with the same engine configuration as last year. Same electronics and same suspension. So yeah, the big difference is that now I have one teammate who is pushing really hard and another.
And I mean, how many more years do you see yourself racing MXGP, and are you happy with this team? Obviously they've done an amazing job for you, but at the same time you can't beat having a factory bike. Is that still an ambition you have, or are you happy with where you are? Because they backed you when you were maybe not at the top.
For sure, in my head I really would like to be a 100% full factory rider. I've never been in my career. So it's one side of my head. Then the second thing is that I'm really happy with the team. So now we are speaking for next year. And the third thing, it's about how long I'm still gonna ride. I will be 32 in December. So 25, 26, 27. I will go on my 35 years in December. So yeah, for sure. 3 years for sure. But when I see what Cairoli did in Arnhem. Okay, on Sunday he struggled a bit, and for sure, but yeah, I think he was long time out of racing, so I think if mentally feeling good, physically feeling good, still 36, okay, between 3 and 4 years.
It shows you must really enjoy what you're doing. You know, there's so many GPs, 20 a year. It's not easy, but the fact that you're thinking you'd like to race for another 3 years, it shows that you're really enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. I enjoy even more as when I was young. So it's why I'm a bit sad of this, because I have a better mentality now as in the past. But it was the process of my life to have this. Yeah, we have like a lot of. My last 2 years were tough because as a French team we have to race French Championship and there is 6-7 races. So like the beginning of the year I did 7 races in a row, 1 weekend off, 7 races in a row, 1 weekend off, and that was costing me a lot of energy. And yeah, you make a lot of races. But yeah, still enjoyable. Yes.
And just on the Motocross the Nations, obviously they haven't completely announced the team, but I'm sure you and Jeremy are the two for sure. Do you know yet what bike you'll be on? Because I feel like you always get pretty unlucky with the Nations by riding a 250, but luckily enough last year I think you're on a 450. Are you going to be on a 450 again, do you think? And that's
Jeremy,
good for you?
Jeremy and myself are going to be on 450 because yeah, we as a team we don't have any 250, so we can't invest money to bring 250 there. Jeremy the same. Okay, they have more money, but I think we stay focused on 450, and we're gonna see who's gonna be the third rider, 250 rider.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time. Much appreciated. Werner, I think you had issues yesterday, but today you got a good start in unbelievably tricky conditions, and you showed your true potential there with a third. So even though yesterday didn't go according to plan, you must have been happy to end the weekend on a high?
Yeah, of course, to come back after such a bad day from yesterday on a P3 with the whole shot, for me it's unbelievable. I'm really happy about that. But still, I wasn't on 100% today. I was actually crazy that I did that after yesterday, but yeah, was good.
And what actually happened yesterday? Dehydration, was it? Or?
Yeah, I got dehydration, like I push, and because I fell back, then I pushed back and come back on 11 or 10th, I don't know. And yeah, then at one point I finished myself, and yeah, I still finished the race with 3 laps to go, I think. But yeah, you cannot call it riding. Yeah, then I just got a quick checkup from the medical stuff, and yeah, they said it's okay to ride if I feel okay, and then yeah, I decided to ride today.
Good decision. And how did you find the track compared to yesterday? A lot of ruts, old school, not a very long track. Do you think it's GP standard in terms of track? And then obviously today, Heaven's Open, and it was survival out there.
No, it's kind of like a ADAC track. Like it's like Geildorf a little bit, with less jumps. So you have to like these kind of tracks. I kind of like it. It's quite good. But yeah, it also yesterday was quite sketchy, but still creepy. So yeah, yesterday I liked the track. Also today it was, yeah, it's muddy. Yeah, it was just mud. Otherwise, yeah, difficult to say, but it was muddy and still for me good because I like the mud. But yeah, some riders don't like, some riders like, but for everyone it's the same.
And just on EMX 250, you're obviously a rookie. Just how would you analyse your season so far? I mean, you're getting good starts, which also helps, but you've been in the top 10 plenty, so I feel like this is a solid first season for you in the class.
Yeah, I would call ups and downs a lot. Yeah, I had some races where I fall back a lot and was not the best, but yeah, I learned with every race and try to get better every race and learn. You know, that's why I'm here for this year, to learn and just build myself to have a solid season next year.
And how do you find the Honda? You've obviously been used to an Austrian brand. How did you find getting on the Honda straight away, and how's everything going there with the bike?
Yeah, the bike is good. I like it. Engine-wise also, I'm quite close with the engine guy, and he did the perfect setup for me. So yeah, everything perfect. I would say the handling is good. I have no excuse. I don't know how you say it. I have no explanations about Honda.
And how's everything going with the Jackie Martins team as well? He's obviously very good at spotting young talent and helping them develop them. How's everything going there? And you've also got Brent Van Donnick as a teammate. He's very experienced. Are you close with him, and are you able to learn things from him for the future?
Yeah, I talk sometimes with Brent, or when I have questions I always ask him and he helped me. So he's a good guy, and also in training we have some laughs and fun together. Jackie, he helped me when I had no team in the beginning of the season, so yeah, he picked me up from nowhere actually, and yeah, he bring me a lot of experience into my career also. I learned a lot from him, and yeah, it's also kind of old school sometimes, but it's really good and really good stuff to learn, you know. It's the new generation, but still to take something from him is unbelievable sometimes what he learned me.
Have you got any plans for next year yet? I guess you want to stay in the MX250 at least, and maybe it sounds like you're positive about the team, so maybe stay there, but I don't know if that's an option or not.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to talk yet about it, but yeah, my plan is to stay in the MX250 and do a solid season there.
Yeah, so after this season, obviously I'm sure the goal will be to have a strong winter, and then have you got a goal now, what you'd like to achieve next year?
Yeah, like finish all the races solid, like in the top 5 podiums, and yeah, hope to get AMX 250 champion.
Perfect, thank you very much for your time and all the best. Well, Stauffer, I think that was your MXGP debut. Not the day you would have wanted, but it must just be nice to be in the paddock again, racing at the highest level.
Yeah, definitely. I was looking forward to it, to be back here after Lockett also, coming back in the paddock and see where I stand and what I need to work on. I definitely know that my speed is not that bad, so I think I can roll with the top 10 guys if I'm 100% fit. So this I know definitely that my fitness is not on point at the moment, but yeah, we will figure out over the winter and yeah, see how next year will go. And
obviously you won the EMX 2-stroke title, but then you never went. You didn't go to Lommel the week after because you weren't sure how your speed was on the 450. How did you feel when you got on the 450, and actually did you adapt quicker to the bike than you thought, because you weren't sure about doing Lommel, but here you are racing MXGP not that long later?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know from the beginning on if I can ride that fast and that quick again in that short amount of time. So I was injured pretty long, and so it was definitely a hard way to come back. And when I stepped back on the bike, I was feeling quite good. Speed-wise, I was relatively fast back on my level, but yeah, fitness was always a little bit of a problem. So I decided to go Lockett. I was winning the EMX title, so it's pretty nice to come back that strong in the paddock. And yeah, then I stepped back on the 450. I did not that much hours, so before Geildorf I had 5 hours on the bike. So it was definitely quite of a challenge, but it went quite good, and I quite fast adapted on the bike. So I'm pretty happy with that, and maybe it was a little bit of a rushing decision to come here, but yeah, all the races before went so good, and I was super pumped and super hyped to come back into the paddock and to see where I'm at the best level of the world and compared to the best athletes of the world. So it was definitely a fast and quick decision, but I know now, and I know I need to be 100% ready and 100% fit to come back here and to perform on my level.
And just on the MX Open, or EMX 2-stroke, sorry, at Lockheed, I mean, to win that title, that must have felt amazing.
It was pretty amazing. After all the stuff I had, all these memories I had of really suffering in the hospital and trying my best to come back after this big injury, it felt just amazing to cross the line at first and to win a European title, even though it's a 2-stroke title. But it was, for me, it meant more than it maybe means for other riders. But I know where I came from, and I know where I was. I was at the lowest point of my life, not just my career, but also my life. So I was really struggling, and now to come back that strong and to win a title and to stand on the podium in Geildorf in 450 Masters class. So it all went pretty good. I just need to figure out to come back to my fitness and to get strong again. And then I think I have the speed to show more.
And just on your big injury last November, I think it was, I mean, you were pretty much fighting for your life, very, very serious. Back then, I'm sure if you were told if you could get back on a bike, you'd be happy, never mind get back to this level. But knowing you motocross riders, I know the first question you probably ask is, after a big injury, is when can I get back on the bike? So was this always the goal, and just how tough was it, you know, going through what you did go through?
So, like, the very first question was if I can get back on a bike, but they make very clear that this will be like almost an impossible way. So
wow.
Like the first doctor told me I can be happy if I can like walk again and
wow.
come back to some kind of normal life. So they wanted to stiff my neck from the head over all the cerebral vertebra. So in the end I was just like trying to get back to my life and trying to get my life quality back. Because you know, if you like have a stiff neck, it's not nice to live either. And riding was not that much of a focus there. So to be back on the bike, to be back racing, to be back on podiums and winning races is pretty huge for me.
In such a short space of time as well. I mean, it's not even a full year yet.
So at first there was like, yeah, I will maybe I can get back on the bike, and maybe I can do some trainings this year, and maybe I can race next year or next season. So it's really quick, everything, and it happens pretty quickly. So I'm happy with the progress, and maybe I need to slow down now for some weeks, and hopefully be back soon in the paddock and also on the international races.
Yeah, I have to ask you about the ADAC at Geildorf. I think that was your first race on the 450,
yeah.
And what a race that was. I actually watched it on the TV. I think it was the moto you passed Nigel and you were battling with him. I mean, he's an absolute legend. He's been through it all, seen it all. What was it like battling with him? And I mean, did you expect to be so fast and get an overall podium there on your first 450 race?
So in general, Geildorf was pretty nice for me. So I had good starts. Every starter was in the top 5. I was fighting with the top guys there. It was pretty nice to see those big names on the back and also overtaking them, and like it felt just pretty cool. Also, first race I was just nervous because I knew all the big names are behind me now and I need to deliver. Which I did over the weekend, so this was pretty awesome experience for me. I think I can do more. I think I'm also speed-wise, I'm also kind of a top 10 level in the MXGP. I think I showed also with my qualifying. Coming here after like first GP, coming here after all this stuff I had and all these suffering hours I had with the lack of training. Competing against guys who did the whole season and who are really ready to race. So I was definitely happy with my results here and with my speed, with the speed I showed. But yeah, like I said, I just need to figure out some things. I need some time, just more time on the bike, more time in the training. Then I think I'm ready to compete with those guys.
And just what was it like going from an ADAC to an MXGP World Championship? Also, it's been a long time that you've raced at this level, and MXGP is another level up from MX2. Just how did you find the level and being in the paddock, racing against the best in the world again?
Like I said, maybe I rushed a little bit this decision to come here. I know now. I was expecting them to be pretty fast and riding on a really high level, but I thought maybe I can, I knew I have the speed. I compared to some guys in the ADAC. I know where they land and where they finish some GPs. So I was feeling pretty comfortable coming here. After the GP, I need to say it was maybe not the right decision to come here. Maybe Spain would be better, or in the end you're always more clever. But the level is high, so it's enormous how they ride and enormous how the speed is.
And just on the Osaka MX team, I mean, I think they signed you before your injury. The race MX2, that obviously didn't happen, but they've stuck with you through thick and thin. So first of all, you must really appreciate that. And second of all, what sort of the plans between now and the end of the year? Will we maybe see you do Spain, and then for next year, will you stay with them? What's the plans? All Euro MXGP, selected MXGP, or will you just see how it goes?
So definitely, I'm happy that they kept me. The plan was to do the full MX2 championship. I think I would have been ready for this. Speed-wise, I also showed the year before that I'm there, and also with just coming to some GPs, I did quite good results. I was happy with that. Now the plan changed then a little bit in November. I had some different stuff going on, and to be back now, we make some plans. We try to figure out what the best decision is. Definitely, I'm quite happy with the team. So I did not sign nothing now, but I'm happy how they work and how it is. So we will figure out some plan, but it's definitely in the GP paddock. I know I want to be here, and I know I also deliver here when I'm fit and strong, and the speed is there.
And obviously, being through what you've went through, does it give you a different perspective on it now? You know, maybe before, I'm not saying you, but maybe people take it for granted. But now, what you've been at the very lowest, now are you just going to take everything as it comes and full gas and just try your best and appreciate being in this paddock, maybe more than in the past?
I mean, appreciating being in the paddock, maybe not, but appreciating being that comfortable in life. So there are a lot of people out there which are not that happy like we are, or maybe they are happy, but you know what I mean, like they have maybe not that life quality we have. So this I appreciate a lot, to know that I can make all the small things in my life just like healthy people does. This is the most important thing for me now, and to be back racing, to be back in the paddock, to be able to be back on the bike is like some bonus.
And last question, the Motocross the Nations, you got picked for it to represent Australia. You must be excited for that, and you'll also be on the team with Sadner, who experienced something similar to you, so it must be nice to share that with him. And also Kratsker is the third rider on the team. Do you know yet who's going to be in each class?
Yeah, we know already. So Santner will start in MX2.
Okay, he's 250.
will start Open, and I will start in MXGP. I think till then we will be ready. Unfortunately, the guys are like you said. Santner was also injured, so he did not that much international racing this season. Also Kratzer, but I think we're a strong team for Austria. We're just a small country, and it's like an honor to represent our country in the nations. And I'm looking forward to be there and expect good from us.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time, and good luck with the future.
Thank you.